I'm going to be showing you a tier list of what arcade games are the best to play to win tickets. These are going to be the arcade games where you can win the most tickets, and then I'm going to rate the ones that you don't win very many tickets on. So, S is going to be the best games, and F is going to be like the worst or harder to win ticket games. Okay, now let's start with the first game. Pop the Lock. This is my favorite game. As you've seen in my video, I've mastered it, and I can win the jackpot like every time. I have to give this game an S because it is like the best game. It's usually not much to play, like $1, and then I can win 500 tickets almost every time. Now, the jackpot will vary because I usually see it at 500, but once at a Great Wolf Lodge arcade, I saw the jackpot at 1,500. That was crazy. Got it! Alright, next game is Stacker. This game is a payout rate, which it means it's impossible to win until the machine has made a certain amount of money. So if you're on like either the last level or second to last level, it'll usually like skip. Like even if you hit it exactly on spot, it'll go over one and say you didn't win because the machine hasn't made enough money to pay out and give you the jackpot or prize yet. So this game, since it's a payout, I'd have to give it like a D or an E. I'll probably give it, let's say a D because it's still fun to play, and it varies. Like for example, at Dave & Buster's, the jackpot's only 1,000 tickets, so the payout is pretty easy to beat, and I can usually beat it about every time I go there. But then if you think of like the Stacker at round 1 that has like a PS4 and Xbox in it, it's way harder to win. The round 1's been open for like over 2 years and no one has ever won from the Stacker. And plus it's a really expensive game to play. Mega Stacker costs like $3 to play, and at round 1 it costs $4 to play. Alright, next game, Dizzy Chicken. This game, you have to kind of master it, and it has to do with, like, your muscle memory, so you know, like, how hard you have to pull the lever to get the ball to go to the correct spot. I'm not very good at this game. Like, I can get the red, which is either 100 or 150, usually, like, 1 in 4 times. I suck at this game. And I've only gotten the jackpot on it, like, twice. Once at a bowling alley and once at Dave & Buster's. So, this game, it depends for everybody, because if someone has mastered it, they could give it an S, but I kind of suck at it, so I'm probably going to give this game, I'm between a B and a C. I'll probably give it a C, but I know it depends on every person. It could be different, because if someone's terrible at it, they'd give it an F, but if someone's, like, amazing at it and can hit the jackpot every time, then they could give it an S. And this game, if you get either the red or the green is the jackpot and the red is like a mini jackpot, then you get a bonus shot to go for like really big amounts, and then everything is 10 tickets besides the one jackpot, and that one is really hard to beat. So I'm gonna be final and give this game a C. Alright, next game, Beanbag Toss. My dad is really good at this game. He can usually get the jackpot pretty frequently if it is not maxed out. Now, I never played it, so I don't really know, but this game my dad can get pretty consistently, so I'd have to give it like a B or an A, because it is 100% skill. You just have to get to the beanbags in the holes, and you have to get streaks, and you have to beat a certain score to win the jackpot. Like, if you get it in the red once, that's 3,000. If you get it in the green once, it's 1,000. If you get it in the blue once, it's 2,000. Then each streak of 3 times in a row is worth 5,000 points. And you usually have to beat around 50 to 60,000, but it has been, like, really hard at some places. Like at Dave & Buster's, it's always maxed out at 9,999. $1.99, and it's really hard there. But then, for example, at some like other places, it's really easy to beat. So I'll probably give it a B because sometimes there are issues with it. Like little kids will take the beanbags. The game is set to supposed to have 10 beanbags in it, but then like when we went to round 1, there were 3 in it. So the beanbags like go really fast because like we were at round 1 once and there were 10, and then like maybe a week and a half later there were 3 beanbags in the machine. So this game really varies, but I'm gonna give it a B because you can get it pretty consistently. It's 100% skill, but then some things can mess it up, like not enough beanbags or a super high score. Alright, next game is Crazy Tower. I am pretty good at this game, but I believe it is a payout rate, but I'm not sure because, like, I feel sometimes, like, it's moving so fast, and then sometimes when I think it's, like, ready to pay out, it goes, like, super slow on the last level. So I think it's a payout rate, but I'm not sure. And this game, it has a pretty high jackpot because in most arcades, the jackpot is 1,000 on this game. And it is kind of difficult. It gets pretty hard. I can win it a lot though, not as much as like Pop the Lock or something like really like good something that I'm good at, but I can win it kind of maybe like once or twice each time I go to an arcade if I play it enough. So I'm probably gonna give this game an A because it's like not as good as Pop the Lock, but like it's kind of a game like, for example, at round 1 Pop the Lock is broken a lot, so I play this game a lot when Pop the Lock is broken because like I'm still good at it, but I want to get even better at it so I can get the jackpot even more consistently like I can Pop the Lock. I'm giving it an A because yeah, it's like not Pop the Lock, but like it's better than like Dizzy Chicken for me. So yeah, I beat it kind of a lot, but like not as much as some other ones. Next game, Power Roll. This game, I love this game. It's pretty new. Like round 1 just got it like a month or 2 ago. I'm really good at it. In my video, I said my record was 5 times in a row, but it's actually 7 times in a row. But I wasn't filming because I remember at round 1 it's 300, and I remember I got 2,100 tickets on my card. So my record I think is actually 7 in a row on this game. The jackpot's usually around 500, but for some reason it's 300 at round 1. I'm pretty good at this game. Yeah, so it's not as much as Pop the Lock, but it's my second best game. So I'd give it an S, but Pop the Lock first and then Power Roll. And this game's kind of about like your muscle memory. So like, for example, if you hit it too hard, you have to remember pull it back a little less next time. And then if you hit it too soft, then pull it and then hit it a little harder next time. So it's like you have to remember how you hit it and then adjust yourself. That's got it. Yep, 300. There you go. Alright, next game is Cyclone. I've never filmed me playing this game on my channel, because they don't have it at round 1, and that was where I filmed my first video. But this game, it's usually really cheap to play. It's usually 25 or 50 cents to play at the arcade. And then, it is a payout rate, though, and the jackpot's really low, and the amounts are really low on it. So, like, it's spinning around, and then if you stop it exactly on the jackpot, it'll jump back one and say you won the 10 tickets. It has really low amounts though, so yeah, like if on the outside it has like I think like 10 is the highest if you don't get it, and then I don't know what the lowest is, and then the jackpot's usually around like 150 or something really low. But this game is a game like if I don't have enough to play Pop the Lock, I only have like 1 credit left, I'd play Cyclone. So I'd probably give this game a D. Because it is a payout rate, which means it isn't 100% skill, so it's not like unbeatable every single time. Like some places it'll be easier. Like I know there's a laser tag place that and I can usually win it pretty like quickly. I can win it pretty often. But then like for example at Dave and Buster's, the jackpot is so racked up. It's like at 2,000, so that means like no one has like hardly ever wins it. So, yeah, I'm giving this game a D because it's with Stacker, but I do like Stacker better, so I'm gonna give it an E actually. Yeah, so I'm giving it an E because it is a payout and it goes and yeah, and it skips you. The jackpot's really low and stuff, but it is a good. But I would give it an F, but it is a good game because it's cheap, and if you only have like 1 or 2 credits or tokens left, then you can just play this game. Alright, next game is Crossy Road. This was one of my favorite arcade ticket games. Like, I could win the jackpot a lot, and even if I don't win it, I still got like 150 tickets. So, I loved this game. But then it started getting really boring, like Cross the Road, okay? And it just got really boring to me. But you can still win a lot of tickets. Like, this is kind of my backup for Pop the Lock. Like, it's still fun, but like, I love like Pop the Lock and Power Roll more. So, I'm gonna give this game an A, but I'm gonna put it before Crazy Tower because I like it better than Crazy Tower still. Because, like, even you can still win a lot of tickets on it. Like, the jackpot is usually, like 500 or 1,000. But some places have put it down. Like, Dave & Buster's used to be 1,000, but then they put it down to 250. Yeah, but this game, I'm giving an A, because I like Pop Lock better. It's funner, but then this game is still like a good game, another good game to win a lot of tickets. And if you get the jackpot, you can usually get a lot of tickets on Crossroads. So this game is like, for example, way better than Cyclone because it has high jackpots and like it's usually around 1 ticket is 1 jump forward. Some are less, some are more. You know, it depends. Like Chuck E. Cheese, you have to jump 5 times to get a ticket. And then at round 1, you get 3 tickets for every 2 jumps. So like it depends on the arcade. But that game I gave an A because like I like Pop the Lock and Power Roll better. This used to be my favorite before these kind of games, but then I tried Pop the Lock and then I loved it. So then that went up like a month or 2 ago. Well, more, maybe like 6 months ago, Crossy Road would have been my #1 game, but now it changed.
Great! My free trial just expired on my app I was recording with, so now I can't do the rest of the arcade games, so now I'm gonna have to use a different software. Great. Okay, so now my face can't be in the video because my app expired, so now you guys can just see my screen because I can't find another app that does like the camera overlay thing. So now you guys are just gonna see the screen. Sorry about that. But next game is Big Bass Wheel. This game is it is a Baytech game, so and Baytech games are 100% skill, but like this game it's really hard because like the 1,000 is like a tiny hole and the jackpot varies. At Chuck E. Cheese I think the jackpot's 125 on this, and then at like Dave & Buster's it's 1,000, but then you get a jackpot spin and that jackpot spin can get you up to like 2,500. This game it does have really high jackpots, but this game is usually really expensive to play at an arcade. It's like one of the expensivest games at an arcade. So this game I'd probably give let's say probably a D because if you play it and for example if you just need 50 tickets more to get the prize you want, you could play this game because it has pretty high amounts and really high jackpots. It's like the highest jackpots at the arcade, and it's a pretty consistent amount. Like it's just terrible if you get the 4 on side of the big amounts, but otherwise you're still getting a pretty good amount of tickets. So it's a pretty good like amount for some like little kids who like can't like master the skill games. Like it's a good game because they can still win a lot of tickets from just spinning a wheel. Alright, next game is Fishbowl Frenzy. This game, I can win the jackpot sometimes. It's kind of like with Crazy Tower. I can win it sometimes, but not like all the time. This game, like, they don't have it at like the round 1. I would play it more if they did, but they have it at Dave & Buster's. Like, there's a certain spot I hit it at, and I can usually land it in either like a high amount, like 50 is pretty high for this game, or like the jackpot 500. This game kind of is on the lower end for amounts, like, if you don't make it like some of the amounts like 15, like pretty low amounts compared to some other games. So this game I'd probably give a C because like the amounts are lower, the jackpots are lower on this game, but still it's a pretty fun game to play because like it's kind of a plinko style and you have to try to get it in like the bigger amount fish bowls than like the top one that's like 4. Alright, next game is Quick Drop. This is honestly one of my favorite arcade games because like it will get easier as the jackpot goes up. Like at most places the jackpot starts at 500 and like the more people who played it, it'll go like higher to 1,000. But this game is made by Baytech, so it is 100% skill. So it's possible to win it every time, but at sometimes you'll have to do like a lot of 5 buckets and at sometimes you'll have to do just 4s and sometimes even 3s. This game I've mastered. Like I can master doing some 5 buckets. I can usually do about like 4 at max, but still I'd probably give this game an S because it's like one of my favorites with my Pop the Lock and Power Roll. This game is gonna go with them because I love this game. Yeah, and I can usually win pretty good tickets because, like, for example, at Dave and Buster's, even if you miss it, you still get 80 tickets, and then the jackpots is like really high. So I'm giving this game an S because it's one of my favorites. Alright, the next game is Tower of Tickets. This game is similar to Zombie Snatcher, but the arm that moves is a left arm, not a right arm, and it goes slower than Zombie Snatcher. I honestly like this better than Zombie Snatcher, but I'm going to have to give this game an... This is one of my favorite games, so I would give it an S, but I'm going to have to give it an A because the game is kind of expensive to play, and then you have to like play it a lot to win the big amount, because like if you're too late, then you don't win anything, then you have to play again. Then if you're too early, you don't win anything, you have to play again until you can get it like spot on. So like, I kind of wish there was like a consolation amount, like if you don't win the jackpot, you still get like 20 tickets. Like that would be a good feature for the game. Alright, this is the last game. It is Speed Demon. This game at an arcade's really cheap, kind of like Cyclone. Like it's like 1 or 2 credits to play, so like 25 or 50 cents to play. So this game honestly the hardest part is getting it in the Speed Demon hole. So you like pull the lever and try to get the ball to land in the Speed Demon. That's honestly the hardest part because then if you get it in the Speed Demon, you're just timing the wheel, and the jackpot can be pretty consistent. It depends on the arcade. Like at Chuck E. Cheese, it's like the wheel moves so slow, so I can win the jackpot like really consistently. But then, for example, at Dave and Buster's, it moves like unbearably fast. So, but I still get like 50 tickets if I miss. So I'm gonna give this game a C because it is an okay game. Like the hardest part is honestly making it in the Speed Demon, and then you just have the timing wheels. So yeah, and as I've said, it varies on arcades. Like at Dave and Buster's, the jackpot on this is usually 1,000, and at Chuck E. Cheese, it's usually like 150. And at Chuck E. Cheese, the wheel moves like super slow, and at Dave and Buster's, it moves like so fast to win the jackpot. So I'm gonna give this game a C. Okay, so here are my final decisions. So the best games, S, I had Pop the Lock, Power Roll, and Quick Drop. Then for A, I had Crossy Road, Crazy Tower, and Tower of Tickets. For B, I had Beanbag Toss. For C, I had Fishbowl Frenzy, Dizzy Chicken, and Speed Demon. For D, I had Mega Stacker and Big Bass Wheel. And for E, I had Cyclone. So those are my final decisions for this video. And comment down below if you guys want me to do kind of a spin on this. Like if you want me to do like which brand of claw machines are like the best and don't have a payout, and which are like the worst and do. So if you guys want a part 2 and I do some kind of other things, like I do coin pushers or claw machines or a different variation on this, then comment down below.